Do Catholics worship Mary? I've been asked that question more times than I can count. Hey, I'm Marge Steinhag-Fenelon, and I'd like to explain just a bit about this idea that Catholics worship Mary. I've had not only questions, but comments and even accusations in terms of the Catholic practice of honoring Mary, which we call venerating versus idolatry. And sometimes it gets pretty nasty. So I want to take this few minutes to explain very simply what it is that Catholics are doing when they pray to Mary, the Rosary, and so many other, I could go on with a long list, so many other Marian devotions. Do we worship Mary? No, absolutely not, because we know that worship is for God alone. We worship God alone. That's it. God alone. What we do is we venerate Mary. We venerate her, which means to give her honor and to recognize the fact that she's very important in the plan of salvation. We honor her because she is Jesus' mother. Quite frankly, his dying request when he was on the cross was that we would adopt her, so to speak, as our very own mother, and that she would adopt us as her sons and daughters. Do you remember when Jesus was hanging on the cross? He said, "Son, behold your mother. Mother, behold your son." And we believe that in that moment, St. John stood for all of God's children, that he represented every single one of us. Son, behold your mother. Daughter, behold your mother. Mother, behold your son. Mother, behold your daughter. It was his dying wish that we would honor her, that we would venerate her all our lives and for all eternity. This was his wish. And so when we venerate Mary, when we give her honor, when we pray the Rosary and the Memorare and other Marian prayers, we aren't usurping Christ's importance. On the contrary, we are acknowledging his importance because we are looking at the Blessed Mother as Mary, at Mary as his mother. And think about this. Who did Jesus love on earth more than Mary? No one. St. Joseph, I'm sure, came in very close, but he loved Mary. He loved her and he himself honored her. And he wants us to honor her in imitation of him. This is not to take away from him. He's the all-powerful God. That can never, ever be taken away from him. But we honor Mary because, think about it. She gave birth to him. Now, think about who Jesus is. He's God. Is there any possibility that God would want to be born of a woman that was tainted, sinful, unworthy? No, it's impossible because he's God. So in order to be the mother of Christ, the mother of God, Mary had to be, most certainly, special in so very many ways. Pure, sinless, worthy. And for that very reason, we honor her because of that, because she was worthy to be the son, to bear the Son of God, to be his mother. Think of a dignitary, whatever kind of dignitary you can think of. And that dignitary's mother is around. Well, wouldn't you pay her respect and honor as well because of the dignitary, because of the respect due to the dignitary? In biblical times, the queen was not the wife of the king. The queen was the wife of the king's father. So here's the thing. It's a little convoluted. I know, hang in there. The queen mother The queen was the king's mother, not his wife. And so Jesus is king, right? He's the king. Of course, he's the King of Kings. So who is Mary? Then she is the queen mother. And for that reason, she deserves honor and veneration, but never worship. And if you take a moment to look through the Marian prayers, you look through the rosary and all of its mysteries, they always point to Christ. To Christ through Mary, every single time. It doesn't take away from Christ at all, but rather it goes through Mary to Christ. And I know people say, oh, but Christ is the one mediator. I know that. Believe me, I've been attacked countless times about that. And it's always the same, however. Yes, Jesus is the one mediator between God and man. But think about the number of times you are in a situation and you ask some friends to pray for you. Or perhaps you have a departed relative that you're very close to, and you ask that departed relative to intercede for you in heaven, to pray for you. Well, it's no different with Mary. We're not asking her to take the place of Christ. We are asking her to present our petitions to her Son, as every loving mother would want to do for her children. So do Catholics worship Mary? No, absolutely not. We venerate her. Hey, if you'd like to learn more about me, please go to my website, margefenelon.com. You can find out how to book me for a speaking engagement or an online event. You can look at my books and my gifts there, my blog. You can find out more about me. My other videos are there, as well as my Simply Holy podcast, which comes out every single week. margefenelon.com. Hey, please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel and share it with others so that they can learn about what it means to venerate Mary. God bless you.